being bombarded perhaps with, I've read in places with dark forces, aliens, dark agendas, all this dark stuff. And there's also some of this stuff is prophesized, Truth Crew, in our religious documents and doctrines, okay? There's stuff to do with that imprinted in there too. It's crazy, yeah. All this shit that's being said, and the word is right, it's shit slinging, basically. And the unfortunate thing about it is that it's because it's in our religious scriptures also, people take it for absolute truth. And unfortunately, Truth Crew, this is not the case. It doesn't mean that everything that is in religious scripture is absolute truth. Okay, some of it is, yes, but unfortunately some of it isn't. You know why? Because at the end of the day, we've always been people, we've always been beings, and even back then they had nothing better to do than gossip. Even the highest level of prophets, okay? So really do be careful about what you take on as absolute and immutable truths, okay? And I have done a lot of live streaming about absolute truths, and if you go through my catch.me/fusion7 healing, you can look into all of that, okay? So unfortunately, Body, Heart, Spirit, thank you for joining, my darling. So unfortunately, guys, this is something that I wrote. All the quotes and all the stuff that I mention on here, it's all my own work. I don't quote stuff from other people's famous books or whatever. We all have our own truth within, and I'm sharing mine with you. But the religious scriptures are manipulated, twisted to suit the religion reading it, absolutely, and that's the whole point of it. It's twisted, it's manipulated, and it's corrupted. Not all bits of it. There are some truths in there. And what we need to do as sovereign beings is to be able to discern and dissect and pull out the absolute truth from some of our scriptures and throw the rest away. And that is not easy, because so much of it is given in symbolism. And unfortunately, a lot of the information there, including our own priests, pastors, monks, whatever, have become literalists, right? Which means that they take the stuff literally and they're missing out the symbolism. And the truth is actually embedded in the symbolism. And I will be sharing a bunch of that with you as we move along. We need to trust our own inner knowing, feeling, and our intuition. Bingo, Kerry, absolutely. And this is what I want to weed out, if you like, okay? Ways to allow you to enhance you being able to access your own truth from within your own selves. Okay, so that's what I do here with you guys, and I feel really blessed to be able to share that with you. So, there's an intelligent agenda, Truth Crew, behind civilization. And this creates the illusion of free will whilst it has been tactfully erased. And the way it's been erased is in the ways we've just described. If we completely give ourselves over, hi Freddie from Brazil, I'm Helen from Cyprus, currently in Thailand, then what happens is we give away our power, okay? And so when we give away our power, our freedom is tactfully erased. And how do we do that? Do not fear. They want us to be fearful. And that, Kerry, is what today is all about, okay? Hold on to your hearts and to your souls, Truth Crew, okay? Do not fear. Do not buy into the fear. Do not yield to the fear. Do not succumb to the fear. They want you to be fearful so that you cannot be free and so that you cannot be powerful. That's what this date is all about. Yes, I do offer, I call them transformational processes as opposed to meditation. And karma is something that is actually negative, and it's another thing that's been misconstrued also by sacred scripture. And also even by ancient Sanskrit traditions, it's all actually been manipulated. So please be careful by buying into the whole karmic thing. Karma does exist. but it's just there to keep you in cycles within cycles within cycles of reincarnating and in a trap of fear, guilt and shame. That's what reincarnation is actually all about, which is connected to karma. I've scoped about that. Please go back to my catch and look at it. Yes, I do because I've studied it. I've also studied yoga. I used to be a yogi, but now I just pick and select the aspects of it that ring truth for me, and leave behind all of the spiritual and religious doctrine that I consider to be manipulative. Okay? So, our free will has been tactfully erased without one even realise that it's even been taken. You know, it's like, you know, the lions that we have in a den, or the sheep in a den, they make the den so big, okay, that you think that you're free when you're actually not. And the prime example of this, Truth Crew, is the United States, okay? Where you have an abundance of everything, you have access to everything. So what they do over there, and I'm not just blaming the States, this happens everywhere, guys. It's just like, it's the primary place on our planet that is, I guess, governing all of that. How to achieve the wisdom? Go to my catch.me/fusion7healing, and you will retrieve a lot of truths there to go within your own self to discover your own truths. That's where you will go to retrieve your sovereignty and truth from within. What is the best slave? The one who doesn't know they are. Exactly, you know. So that's it, you know. Like, for example, the United States, it's coined the land of freedom. Oh my gosh, that's such a crock of shit. There's nothing more shittily non-true from there. No, I'm not. I'm from the UK. So it's an absolute non-truth. It's just there's lots of toys there for you to have you believe that you are free when you are not. Right, so Body, Heart, Spirit, please go back and replay, okay? Either here on Perry or on Catch, and also follow. Yes, we're not free. Even though I've worked so hard at it, we cannot be completely free because we are on this 3D domain which sells and pushes slavery continuously. So all we can do is just do our best to rise above it and retrieve back whatever it is that we can, okay? So 23rd of September, rise above your fears, Truth Crew. Do you hear me? If you hear me, tell me yes. We need to become sovereign humans as much as we can. Yes, Kerry, yes we do, and that's what we're doing. And that is what I'm promoting through Fusion 7 healing work, okay? To retrieve sovereignty and freedom on all levels. Let's rise above it all. Yeah, let's do that. So, we think that we're free, okay, when we're not. That's a really, really big truth. Yes, yes we do. And this happens through distraction of the masses. Do you get what I'm saying here? You know, the toys and the gadgets and the food and the things you can do and all of the toys. I'm not saying it's bad. Don't take me wrong. We're here to enjoy. We're here to, you know, release our expression through all the stimulation. Yes, media, switch off those fucking televisions. It's a crock of shit, okay? But even on social media, be careful there too, because it doesn't mean that telly is the only medium of propaganda. The social media has it too. There's even some here on Periscope and everywhere else. So have your blinkers on and be aware. Be spiritually street smart. No, be intuitively street smart, okay? Tune within, okay? And be careful what you select to watch here on Periscope, on television, on your radios, on Facebook, on Twitter. Be selective. What I say to all of my students, guys, is learn to be a master selector. Reclaim your mastery in knowing how to select, okay? When you know how to select, then you can retrieve true liberation and true freedom, all right? So, all this has happened, Truth Crew, to distract you, distraction of the masses with false ideas, false prophecies, and all this happens through subliminal mind control. And all the guys up there have always known about it, even in spirituality, even in religion, even in politics, even in the economical system. All these different systems are all systems of domination and control, and I invite you to set yourself free. Get out of that shit, okay? It's not about left wing, it's not about right wing, it's not about being Christian, it's not about being a Muslim, it's not about all of that. It's about bringing in your essence once again and let yourself shine. That's what it's about, okay? So it's time, Truth Tribe, to exit the false matrix. Are you ready to do that? Because if you're ready to do that, it's a big thing. It's no easy feat. By no means, I'm not saying it's easy. But if you follow some of the processes, the middle pillar, absolutely, Ashley, bang on, my darling. And we are going to be looking at aspects of the Kabbalah, because, again, there are aspects of it that want to tie you in to certain systems and beliefs. So what I've done with that is I have gone into deep intuitive reception to receive absolute truths about some of these systems and discard the rest. And I will be sharing those with you. So stay tuned to be in tuned with your own intuition. You got me? Yeah? Cool. Okay, so we're going to exit the false matrix and we're rising above and beyond this 23rd of September bullcrap. Okay, so that's what it is. It's just fear-based. Okay, and there are some truths, there's some asteroids. You know, the positive side of what's going on with this date is what it is. It's exactly the same as what happened with 2012 with the Mayan prophecy. And the ancient Mayas said it's an end of a particular cycle. Do you think the reptilian via the government is going to replicate the rapture? They'll probably try to. They probably will try to. But it will not be a success. You know why? Because there is a new wave of conscious evolution technology. And that is something that's coming very strongly through myself and the messages that I put out there, and a bunch of other wonderful people who are doing similar work to mine. And that is what we need to have resonance with, what we need to connect to, because it is when we become groups, not to separate ourselves, but to come into true unity consciousness, that we can raise the vibrations of this planet, of humanity, of all sentience. Yes, and many of us are awake and we are awakening, and people are feeling that. They're feeling our vibes and they're connecting with us. So, Truth Tribe, are you ready for my quote, my Fusion 7 healing session inspiration of the day? It's the end for them. That's why they are scared and want to scare us. Yeah. And they've always been doing it. It's not just about today. There's been many, like 2012. Oh, holy shit, it's the end of the world. It's the end of times. And then they make Armageddon movies and it's the end of the world. Oh, my goodness. I mean, I laughed and I was dismayed all at the same time by all this shit that they put out there. Hollywood, you're horrible. I'm sorry. You're absolutely horrible. Right, and so this is what the Mayan elders said in person to me personally, okay? In Mexico, 21st of December 2012, they told me, Helen, this is just all Hollywood drama trying to scare the world. It's not the end of times, it's just the end of an era, and we are moving into a new era, and that's what today eclipses, Truth Tribe. It's another end of times in a certain way, and it allows us to move into a new shift, into a new paradigm, exiting old school, outmoded thoughts, whatever they may be, whether it's spiritual or religious doctrine or any other authorities. We are moving out. Hollywood is Illuminati, reptilian controlled. Yes, with a bunch of other control systems too. They're just another aspect of it, okay? Right, so here now, Truth Tribe, to wrap it up, is our quote of the day. Fusion 7 Healing Inspirational Quotes of the Day. And I do draw some of my inspirations from my clients when I'm healing them in sessions, or rather facilitating healings for them. And here it is. And you can repeat these words to yourselves if it resonates. I now rise above and beyond my human drama and shine the light that I am. I rise above and beyond my human drama and I shine the light that I am. I'll say it for a third time and final. I now rise above and beyond my human drama and shine the light that I am. Take a deep breath in. Imaste. Hey Andrea, how are you doing, darling? This one's a must watch. It's all about the 23rd of September and all the doomsday bullshit and a beautiful inspirational quote.